and this is gonna be the worst one out of them all. $1,135 for this car. It's coming from the oil pan gas.
Quick shaft.
Check out what we have to work with. Whoa, it's alive! Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Boost Wanted. This is gonna be a 1997 Honda CRV that we bought in our last video for $1,135, and it has over 300,000 miles. One of the biggest issues is it is no longer all-wheel drive, making this all-wheel drive legend into just a regular grocery getter. In today's video, we're going to be installing some pretty cool parts in order to get the all-wheel drive system back up and going, and hopefully keeping it under our $1,500 max budget, and that does include the $1,135 that I paid for the car, giving us about $365 to work with. So primarily we're going to be using all Facebook Marketplace parts, eBay parts, and junkyard parts. We're going to be installing a new drive shaft, new motor mounts, new rear dynamic damper, as well as changing out the diff fluid and installing the drive shaft. Let's check out what we have to work with. Motor mounts. That was about $35. We have our dynamic damper for the rear differential. That was about $20. We have our DPF2 rear differential fluid. And inside this big box, you can guess what this is. This is gonna be our new drive shaft straight from eBay for about $140. Now I understand these are not gonna be genuine OEM parts from the Honda dealership directly. However, we're not trying to go for the most expensive or OEM build. Primarily, we're trying to see what the border is between what is effective and what is gonna be the best bang for the buck. So the total for all of this was $205.22, which is actually a very good price for how much stuff you're getting. So one of the biggest issues, other than the drive shaft being missing, is going to be the blown motor mount. So let me just show you what it is currently doing. So basically the motor is rocking back and forth at pretty good distance, and if we were just gonna slap a drive shaft on this thing, it's gonna have vibration issues. So first off, we're gonna be taking care of the motor mounts. All right, so let's take a look at these motor mounts just to see why we are actually replacing them. So that one is completely blown. The one in the back is completely blown as well. It's kind of hard to see if this one is good or not, but we'll be replacing it anyways. The front mounts are also pretty blown. All right, so we're gonna be replacing these motor mounts one at a time. So I have the transmission mount that I just pulled out, as you can see, straight through it. This is gonna be our new mount, and you can see the polyurethane is much thicker. There's no cracks or anything like that. Let's go ahead and slap this new one in and move on to the next one. All right, now we're gonna be taking a look at the front right passenger mount. As you can see, this thing is kind of falling apart. This is gonna be the new mount, so really no play at all in it. So got the old mount and got the new mount. In all honesty, they look pretty similar. Bushing up top looks to be squished down on the old one compared to the new one. Rear T-bracket, and this is going to be the worst one out of them all. So the new one and the old one. And as far as the old one goes, we can pretty much just push this entire joint out of the bushing because there's really nothing else that's connected in there. All right guys, so with all the new motor mounts put on, we're about to take this thing out on test drive and see how it does. And taking a look at the old motor mounts, we have the driver's side, which overall looks fine, just a bit squished down on top. This is going to be the T-bracket, and that thing is completely deteriorated and destroyed. This is going to be the driver's side front left mount. The passenger side transmission mount. And the passenger side front mount. All right guys, well with the new motor mounts installed, we're gonna go ahead and take this thing out, see how it does before we start installing the drive shaft, replacing the diff fluid, and installing the dynamic damper. I just wanna make sure that there's no clunks and that the drive shaft, when we are ready to install it, goes in there nice and smooth without having any kind of engine or transmission moving problems. Alright, so it's already looking much better. RPM range is nice and steady. You give it a few revs. No crazy vibrations like there were with the blown motor mounts. Feels a lot better now. One thing to note is before replacing the motor mounts, if I was stopped and then gave it gas, there was hesitation. It almost felt like a bog. So let's see if this has fixed the issue. Doesn't seem like it's hesitating anymore, so I believe that issue has been fixed with just installing the new mounts. Well, that's probably going to be it for today's video. Got the motor mounts installed, so all 5 of them. The T-bracket one, the passenger side, transmission, the motor side, driver side, as well as the 2 front mounts. It is feeling so much better now to drive, so I believe it is ready for the drive shaft, the rear differential dynamic damper, change out the rear differential fluid, and hopefully we can get the all-wheel drive system back up and going in the next video. Until then guys, stay tuned, subscribe for more videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.